everybody. I'm very happy to be with you today. I would like to share some experience I have gained as a speaker of the second chamber of Slovenian Parliament through 4 or 5 years of serving it. Two of the fingers of subtitles of this forum have been pointed to the system and its players. And I would like to share with you my thoughts about the difference, or is there a difference between doing business ethically or doing ethical business. And I would like to connect this thinking with the subtitle of this forum saying the system and its players, where I see a connection between the system. The system should be about doing ethical business. And the second one, players, then we come to the question that it should be about doing business ethically. Second, if we decide on any change in national societies or globally, we will have to go through political structures. And here, of course, we will have to think, is the existing political structures and systems really ideal structure to implement any significant changes? Or a simple question, do political parties, who are the building blocks of our democratic societies today, are political parties really noiseless transition from the will of people to real life, which comes through laws and political decision? Or we have there some noise from forces that lie behind the political and economical sphere. Quite modestly, maybe, a Slovenian example of second chamber, which is not partisan, it is not political party controlled. Maybe one of the ideas to have in mind when we think about the structures which we will need to bring the changes into life tomorrow. So views I'm sharing with you today were elaborated in the Council for Innovative Society. It was an informal, open, consultative body within the National Council. Constitutionally, this second chamber has the role of checks and balances. It does not have a legislative role. But there is a presence of longer-term thinking there, and it is in the way this body thinks and operates is closer to the thinking of citizen. And therefore, it's quite unpopular by leading party politicians. But this body produced strategic papers on crisis and exit strategies from 2008 on. Two simple questions when we ask ourselves, should we look for corrections or we need a paradigm shift? And we ask ourselves, are riots like this is an example from Tahrir marketplace in Egypt, are riots like this a mistake or a consequence of the prevailing system? So is the system producing such situations, or it is just a mistake which happened? Secondly, are environmental problems like this a consequence of a mistake, which can be corrected and should be corrected, or a consequence of the prevailing system? Simple questions, maybe a little bit more complex answers. Well, another issue I would like to share with you is the distribution of wealth. Is it leading to stability of the world, or is it leading into another direction? And I ask myself, is it motivating? And I ask you, is it motivating for the 99% of the people of the world that 81% of the wealth is owned only by 0.1% of population. Is it sustainable? And it's going in this direction on. And then we should ask ourselves then, what is the algorithm, what is the system that produces such results? Is this a sustainable system, or do we have to think about the system which produces such results? According to William Black, the former financial financial sector has increased its participation in total profits by 800% in 40 years. So 800% of increase in participating the total profits created in the United States of America. And the question is, maybe it's okay. Is it right? Is it wrong? But the question is, does the financial sector really contribute that much to GDP creation? This is the question. Therefore, we have come to some conclusion that we need a paradigm shift. We need a system which would, of course, be built on democracy, which would respect dignity of citizens, which would use market economy institutions. But market economy institutions, that I'm here talking about money, profit, stock exchange, shares, they should serve as infrastructure for harmonically functioning economy and society. And we should try to achieve a situation where more or even most of the citizens would stand a better chance to enjoy the taste of achievement. Why is that? If we ask ourselves, are we going to be successful in making any change if people are angry, dissatisfied, passive? We need to find a way to motivate people, and the best motivator is achievement. We need innovation. We need reaffirmation of middle class. A balance between, on one hand, a social security and motivation for achievements on the other side. There has to be a balance. To conclude, ladies and gentlemen, in more than 200 consultations in the National Council during the last 5 years, I would like to share with you the message we came to. So a new paradigm should activate citizens, should result in more people work and create more with more motivation. Thank you very much.